YouTube, what's happening? It's Tuesday, November 12th, and we need to talk about the NHL. There are 7 matchups today to go over. We can see the matchups on the screen. We're going to talk about the props. We're going to look at the stats. We're going to look at the schedule, injuries, odds, everything we always look at. If you don't want to watch the whole video, you can become a member. You go to my website, it pops up there. You'll get everything in Patreon or on YouTube or on Discord, whatever you want. It's all there for you. Other than that, we have 7 matchups. Let's go ahead and jump to that first one right now. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the first game. It is going to be Ottawa in Toronto. So, yep, 7-7, 9-5. Let's look at the odds here. This is Outlier. This is where I use for the props and for the odds. If you want, there's a link in the description. Click, get you a free week of access for all sports. Love it. It's amazing. So we can see it is 125 Toronto. It's basically a pick 'em, let's be honest. But just the slightest advantage is Toronto with a total of 5.5. Let's pop over to the teams. We want to open up each team. We want to look at each team's schedule. We want to see what they've been up to, any streaks, any back-to-backs, anything that might be a disadvantage for them or even advantage. So schedule for Toronto. Let's see. They're 9-5-2. They have won 3 in a row now. Pretty good. They played Saturday. They had 2 full days off, which is always nice. Injuries. Anybody hurt? We need to know these things. We can see doubtful for Tuesday's game. That's a big deal right there. Let's see. Setback and recovery and rejoin for practice, but no update if you're actually going to play or not. So, and then we go to Ottawa. We look at their schedule, same setup, same thing. We want to know these things. You lost 2, then you won 1 against Boston. You also had 2 days off. We look at your injuries, because sometimes people get hurt. You get day-to-day, they really don't tell you until you see the stuff. So goalies, let's go. Let's see. This is Lineup Experts, pretty awesome website. You can see they give you confirmed, expected, projected. I like to set it up. And for Tuesday, we come down to the Ottawa-Toronto game. We have double expecteds. Linus and Joseph, 2.87, 2.27, 89.0, 90.5. You see the numbers. That's ridiculous. That's awesome. So clearly, Joseph is the better goalie. Just statistically, he is. I mean, yeah, it's easy. So looking at the numbers, they're about the same. Literally 0.3 difference on goals and points. What was that? 0.6 difference on points. Not much at all. They both shoot a bunch. They're both average in percents. Other than that, goals against, you can see what they are. And Toronto struggles to keep dudes on the ice, but it's not that big a difference. That is what, 1.4 minutes. That's not much. So I don't see any advantages for either team here, really. Toronto has a slight advantage in the goalie. I don't know. Let's go to props, see if there's anything there, because I'm leaning Toronto slightly, which makes sense of why they're a slight favorite. So games, we want Senators and Maple Leafs. Let's open them up. We get to see all the matchups. I have the main props I use, which is going to be blocks, goals, points, saves, and shots on goal. You could do power play points, plus minus, goals against, assists, ice. I don't do assists. I'd rather do points. That's just me personally. So you can do what you want though. I like using these 5. It works out for me. So. And we were profitable yesterday. I think it was 7-2. It was a good day. So we will keep rolling with that. Let's see. Shots on goals 100%. Not the best matchup, but it's 100%. We'll still look at it. Other than that, we don't have much on the 80s in the last 10. We have some 70s, but the matchups are just not good in this one. Are there any green ranks? There's 1 green rank and it saves for you. I guess we could look at your saves. I mean, you're going up against... I guess we're thinking you're, wait a minute. Now let me refresh the goalies here. See, this is why you got to refresh your screen sometimes, because now we have confirms. Look at this. See, I wasn't refreshed. There we go. So within an hour, they've literally updated it to Linus, and Anthony is now. So it's 2.7 and even better, 2.0 and 93%. So yeah, now I feel even better about Toronto. Like, come on. Now, do we want to take his save prop? We can look at it. Well, let's look at you first on shots on goal. I mean, you've been fairly consistent all damn year, haven't you? You're literally 11 for 14, and then you're 10 for 10, right? Yeah, you're 10 for 10. You're hitting this number. I gotta rock with it. I mean, why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go GIROUX. I'm not even going to try to say that, but over 1.5 shots on goal. Let's see who else we want to take. Do we want to take Anthony here on his saves? Let's look. 50%. It's sitting at 27.5. Ottawa, I mean, they shoot a ton. Nope, wrong screen. They shoot an absolute ton. You can see third with 32 shots on goal per game. Percent is 10.71. That's pretty high. I mean, I think we might be taking this might be a good. I think we can rock with this. We'll take Anthony over 27.5 saves. If you're facing the number 3 team in shots on goal, you're probably going to get a bunch of saves. So let's go STOLARZ over 27.5 saves. And how many times do I get to play saves? Not often. So we'll play both those props. I'm not going to take Toronto money line. I don't feel strong. There's nothing that stands out. Yeah, we have a nice goalie advantage now, 287 versus 2 and 93 versus 89. That's a slight advantage. They're a slight favorite. Other than that, there's no advantages here. So we're going to pass on side total, focus on those 2 props, go to the next game. All right, next up, we got Winnipeg and the Rangers. So 14-1 versus 9-3-1. Hell of a matchup, that is for sure. Let's go to the numbers. What do we have? The Rangers are favored 125. So they are favored against Winnipeg with a 6.5 total, which is EV plus. That's always nice. Let's look at the teams and see what they've been up to. Well, obviously winning is the answer they've been up to. Close those out. I already got it open here. Schedule. Load them up. Come on. Their only loss to Toronto on October 28th. Besides that, they have won 6 in a row again, including a 4-1 win over Dallas on Saturday. They had 2 days off. Now they're starting a pretty hefty road trip where they're playing a whole bunch of road games. So 14-1, that might come down a little bit. So let's look at the injuries, see if anybody's hurt. Wasn't in Detroit Wednesday's road game. That's October. That's too far back. Do not care. Schedule. New York won their last game against Detroit, lost to Buffalo before that, had 2 days off. Injuries, let's see if anybody is hurt. No, nobody. Goalies, now that we know it's been refreshed. Confirmed, Connor versus Igor. Look at that matchup, 1 versus 6. 184, 93.6 versus 262, 91.9. I mean, damn, that is a matchup, isn't it? You would think, oh, well, we're going to take the under, right? Right. Are you sure about that? Look at all these numbers. 1-1-1. 12 points a game versus 10.3. So it's 1 versus 6. I mean, they shoot a bunch. They shoot the 5th most shots on goal, and the percent is ridiculous. 1 and 2 in goalie situations. The only thing is Rangers are giving up 4 extra minutes in penalty time, which means they're going to have 4 extra minutes of advantage. Winnipeg should, just on statistics. So, I mean, we have beast offenses, beast goalies. I can't take a side or total because what would you take? I mean, yeah, Winnipeg has the better goalie and statistically the better offense. So you should take them, right? I'm thinking I will. But let's look at props. If there's no props, I'll probably dabble a little bit on the Winnipeg money line at plus 110. So just because we're going to rock with the stats, obviously. Now, if we go by this, we have some, we got 100%. Last 5, 70, last 10 with 29th ranking in the Rangers. So shots on goal for the Rangers is actually a good thing. Huh. All right, so let's open you up. Let's open you up. We got 3 great matchups with recent success is what I like to see. Anything else in the opponent rank green? Let's see. No, that's the only 3. Everything else is pretty terrible. Maybe quick to get saved. Quick. Why are you showing me quick? I'm confused now. Did you what? All right, let me refresh again just to be safe. No, it's still saying the Igor confirmed. Like, okay, they're just, and that's just FanDuel. Nobody else, right? Yeah, okay, good stuff. Next. Now, okay, that could change. It's like baseball pitchers. They could change last minute and don't tell nobody. It's weird. So, let's pop over to the numbers. Okay, so shots on goal. Yeah, you shoot a bunch recently. For the whole year, though, you only 53%. And it's 2.5. It is plus 118, so it's a little risky. This probably should be 1.5, but he's been pretty on point here recently. Let's see about Nino here. Nino has been better percent, but doesn't look as good. Like, this looks better, but you got to take out that first, like, 7 games. It's just, this has been good. What about the last guy? Nicolaj. Let's see. Also 60%. So if you take one of these views, you got 60%, 60%, and 53%. All of them on the year, but I'm going to take one of them at least. You're minus 148. You have games of 5. Wow, you got some volume. You've been balling out recently as plus 118. It's only 2.5. 2.5. They're all 2.5. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this. I like the recent consistency. I like this. Velarde. That's what I'm gonna go with. That's what we're gonna do. We are going to take Winnipeg on the money line, so WPG ML, just because it's plus 110, and we're gonna take Velarde on the over 2.5 shots on goal. Now these are both plus odds, both of them. Plus 110 for Winnipeg, plus 118 for Velarde. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't feel it, it doesn't match up with what you do, what you research, or not your type of bet, don't take it. Simple as that. I'm going to take it because, hell, I like having fun. So we'll do that, and we'll move on to the next game. All right, moving on, game 3, New Jersey and Florida, 10-6-2 versus 11-3-1. Another pretty good matchup. Look at the odds. We got Florida 135 with 6.5 on the total. Looking over at the schedules and everything, we got Florida pulled up. They have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row now. And they had 2 days off. Now they're playing New Jersey back-to-back games, but over the course of the day, so they're going to have an extra day off. So let's look at the injuries. None. That's what you love to see. You love to see that. Jersey, they lost their last game against San Jose. They're playing at Florida back-to-back days now. As you see, Tuesday, Thursday, they get to hang out in Florida. I mean, I live here. I like it. It's fun. So better than being cold. So because it's only, it's 87 degrees here today. Just saying. I mean, it's nice and toasty. Let's look at the injuries. What do we get? You're out, and this is October. So goalie time. What do we have? Jersey and Florida. Jacob and Spencer. Spencer is confirmed. 279 with a 90.2 to 3-1 record. Jacob is expected 267, 90.2. Both pretty good, both under 3. That's what you want to see. Both at the exact same save percentage. So let's pop to the stats. What do we have? All right, goals, they're about the same. They're 0.36 difference. Points, they're 1.5 points difference. So not that big of a difference in the offense. Goalie situation, about the same. We just saw who's supposed to be out there. Even if it's not, they're pretty good. The team goalie is pretty good. And then they're not much different. That's what, 0.55 difference on penalty minutes. So these teams are fairly equal on a lot of things. So I'm not seeing a side or total I want to take. I'm not leaning at taking the under because both goalies are good, but these offenses are decent enough they could hit the over, and vice versa. The goalies are too good to help stop the other way. So let's go to the props. What do we have? We have very little matchups of green. We have no green over here. Do we have anything? Like, we have some hundreds, but they have terrible matchups. And it's basically just Sam or Barkov getting points. If you want to take that. I mean, points is 215, but a terrible matchup. That's top 10 bad. Outside of that, maybe Brett to get 2 blocks. Not the best. This is not a good setup. Sergey, what? Now we're showing different things. What are we doing here? Okay, am I on the right day? Tuesday, yeah. Okay, I'm on the right day. So I don't know what's going on with the goalies. Okay, so we could, this is interesting. Okay. I see. It's saying Sergey oversaves. A lot of books are offering it, which means he's probably going to play. But then we got confirmed over here. This Spencer is a goalie. So, all right. Well, either way, you have options. I don't like any of these props because bad matchups, great percentages. You could take them if you want. I don't see anything I want to take. I'm just going to pass completely on this game. This is a good matchup. This is all it is. This is a good game. So I'm going to pass completely. Sit back and watch. Move on to the next game. All right, next up, we got Boston and St. Louis, 7-7, 7-8. I mean, basically same record. Let's see what they got going on with their actual records and everything. There we go. It is Boston by 155 plus EV. Nice. Over under a 5.5. Nice. So let's pop over here, look at their schedule. St. Louis has lost their last 2. They play Saturday. They have a couple days off. Let's look at their injuries, make sure nobody's hurt. Obviously, it's good stuff. Anybody out, you're out. IR. You can read those if you'd like. Everything is from October here, except for this one. So let's see. Let's look at Boston. Boston lost 1 loss. So they got a couple days off. Let's look at their injuries. Couple dudes out from October 7th and November 7th. Cool. Goalies is set up. Let's see. Hit a refresh. You never know. You always like to check it. So, all right, Boston, St. Louis, 312, 328, 89.6, 88.6. Statistically, they're about the same. Let's be honest. There's no real difference here. So let's pop on over to the numbers. And statistically, there's nothing here either. I mean, this is just 2 terrible offenses. You're literally 0.24 points apart from each other. Your goalies are set up the same. You can see all the information. There's nothing that stands out. The only thing that stands out is St. Louis is a little bit better when it comes to penalty minutes. So we have nothing so far. Let's see if we can go to props and find something to get played in this game. So, because so far I like it nothing. So, okay, we have some matchups. We have some last fives. Any last tens? Ooh, yeah, kinda. All right. Carlo blocks. Hey, I'm down for. I'll take defense. I'll take blocks. We got Martian shots on goal. We got Jordan. Kinda. I guess we'll look at shots on goal for you. Let's see. You to have points. I'm down for that. You to have points. All right, I'm down for that. Nothing's in the 200s. Okay, we're good so far. And then shots on goal for you. Outside of that, I don't know if I really want to do anything else besides them. Did I get Justin Falk? I don't think I did. Let me get Falk too, because we got good matchups here. Let's open up and see if we can find maybe one or two props we can like that look good. So these are all good matchups. You have hit this 81% of the time, which is 13 out of 16 on blocks. It is pretty juicy. 188. Ooh, would be a good prize pick piece. Be one like a good 102. So let's see. 2 offers and a hook. Everything else you've always hit. You got 5, 6, 7s. I like this. This is good. This is good. Let's see if we find anything. A margin on shots on goal. You have hit this 63%. Not as good as the other one. I like the other one better, but we'll still keep it around because recently, if you look at the last 10, is 80%. So we have stepped this game up. If you go last 5, 80% as well. So pretty good recently. So you can stick around. Let's keep moving. Let's see. Cairo Jordan. So let's look at you. Just shots on goal, minus 152. You've hit the 67%. That's better than Martian, isn't it? It is. And he has, like, you had an 8. Yeah, that's cool. But your best is 4 usually. You have 6, some 5s, some 4s. You've been hooked a couple times. I like you better. I just like this better than you. So I'm going to say Martian off. We'll keep Jordan around. Let's keep going. But we will look at Martian points. 63% of the time he has hit a point this year. If you look in the last 10, he's hit at 60%. Not the best numbers. I think I like your shots on goal better, and I love your blocks compared. So we'll take you off. We'll look at your points. You're just not a point guy. Go away. Not feeling it. Shots on goal for you is kind of 50% this year. Yeah, you look good in the last 5, but what was this all year? What was this? No. I need more consistency. And your shots on goal. Did I already do you? Yeah, I already got. Oh, this is Falk shots on goal. Okay. Yeah, 53 for the whole year is not good enough for me. So if we got 2 props we like, it's going to be Carlo blocks and it's going to be Jordan shots on goal. That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to take a side or a total because I'm too close on things. So it's going to be KYROU over, what was that, 2.5 shots on goal. And then we're also going to rock with Carlo blocks. Carlo over 1.5 BLK. Yep, those are the 2. We'll take that, move on to the next game. All right, moving on. Next game we have New York and Edmonton, 6-6-3, 7-7-1. Okay. Let's look at the odds. We have Edmonton's minus 220 currently, with a 6.5 total. All right, good to know. Nope, wrong screen. I want to look at their, yeah, there we go. Got it. They've won their last, they won 2, then they lost to New Jersey on Saturday, a couple of days off. This is New York, by the way. And let's look at their injuries. What do you mean you can't, what? You can't find the server for ESPN? What is that? Let's try that again. I hope they're not bad boy back up. You better give me their injuries. There we go. ESPN had issues. That's funny. Day to day for you, that's a big deal. You're out IR. Okay, cool. Edmonton, let's look at your schedule. Look at your schedule. You won 2, then you, lost 2, then beat Vancouver. You had a couple days off. Let's look at your injuries. And that's October 8th, Evander Kane. He'll come back eventually, I'm sure. So those go away. Goalies, we have expected Sorokin and Stewart, 252, 325, 91.6 versus 88.3. Common sense will say New York's due is better statistically because he is. So let's look at the numbers. Offenses are absolutely terrible. That's what we thought. Let's see, that is a 0.4 difference in points, which means a 0.2 difference in goals. They both shoot a ton, and they are so inaccurate, it's ridiculous. So lots of shots on goal, but just terrible percents. And we look at the goalie situation is about the same. Penalty minutes are about the same. I don't see any advantages anywhere so far. So no side, no total. Next, let's move on to the props. Do we have any props? Let's see. I have a whole bunch of, I have 680s and only one, and it's going to be pull-up blocks over 2.5 blocks. Wow. 3 blocks? That's crazy. How often do you hit 3 blocks? 47%? So yeah, no, I'm not taking that. Hell no. No, no. What is this? Even if it was 2.5, like 1.5 block, I still wouldn't take it because that would only be like 60-something%. No, not feeling that. Other than that, we got some more and just terrible. No, this is just a terrible matchup. Okay, so we have no advantages in the offense or defense. We have no advantage sides and totals, and we have no props that look good. So this game is going to be a full-on 100% pass. Next game. All right, next up we got Calgary and Vancouver, 8-5 or 7-3, 3-3. Let's look at the numbers. Let's see. Vancouver is 220, just like the last one. I don't know why Edmonton was 220. That's close to a push. Like why? But I didn't like New York to take them. It just didn't make any sense. I don't know why there was so much. So here, same situation, minus 220, 6.5. We'll see if this makes sense. Popping over to the schedules, we open Calgary. We look at their schedule. I'm looking at the offense defense, and I'm not seeing the advantage yet, but the goalie could be the thing. It's always the goalie usually. So you lost to, you beat LA last time out, and that was yesterday. So you won yesterday 3-1. You are in a back-to-back. So you won it at home, and now you're on the road to Vancouver. So I don't know how far away Calgary and Vancouver is, but it's still travel. So that's the disadvantage. I don't care. Let's see. Look at your injuries. Got some day-to-days? Nope, no day-to-days. Everybody should be fine. Ooh, that's not good. ACL season-ending surgery. That's a shame. Vancouver. Let's look at your schedule. You lost your last one to Edmonton. You what the other 3. You had 2 days off. That's always nice. Injuries. Anybody hurt? Got some injuries. Out indefinitely. It's not good. Won't play Thursday. That's all later. Okay. Goalies. We'll see what we got. 2 expected. So let me refresh just to be safe because you never know. Let's see. Daniel went you 259 476. Okay, now really, why the hell is Vancouver favored? Like, what is this? If this is the goalie situation, I'm taking Calgary plus 192 all day. What are we doing here? What are we doing, guys? That's terrible. That's decent. That's actually good. That's like, I consider that good. This is, I consider bad. Okay. All right. Well, let me go ahead and just pop back over here, show this one more again, because I'm not, no. Show me. Okay, Vancouver's slightly better. Like they're what 1.5 points. That's half a goal. Okay, your goalie's given up almost. Your goalie is 2.2, basically 2.2 goals against worse. That ain't good. That ain't gonna get the job done. And then penalty minutes are about the same. There's no real difference here. So the difference is the goalie. Okay, so why are you 220? If anything, I think I'll take Calgary minus 130. That seems like the play to me right there. Like, why not? So let's go CGY plus 1.5. It's worked out a couple times. Let's do it again. So we'll take Calgary plus 1.5 if those are the goalies. If not, that's going to change the whole thing. So, but so far, since these are both expected, there's been no announcements. We'll rock with that. Let's go over to the props and see if there's anything good we can look at. Last 5, we got some 80s. We got a couple shots on goal here for Vancouver. Let's look at theirs. We'll open these 2 up. Other than that, we got some terrible matchups. We got some below average and we got above average. You've Rasmus blocks. I like taking me some Rasmus blocks. He's been doing pretty good. I'll open him up. Mackenzie, we'll open you up too. That's the ball I'm gonna open. So we have these. So maybe I can find a prop. So for you, shots on goal, you've hit it 50% of the time this year. In the last 10, you've hit it 60%. Last 5, you hit it 80%. So you gotta zoom out sometimes to see everything. Maybe. Not first one, we can stay up there. Now let's move to Quinn. Quinn has hit it 77% of the time this year. He has shown he can hit 6 and 9 and 5. Okay, this looks a lot better. This looks better than this, doesn't it? I think we agree. That can go away. You can stay. So Quinn can stay. Not bad. Let's look at Rasmus. Man, dude, look at that. Dude gets blocks. Like, dude gets blocks like it's his, I was going to say like it's his job. I mean, it is his job. So, I mean, Rasmus. Yeah, he's had 75% of the time he's hit this line this year. He's had 4 games. 1 was a hook. The other were ones. He consistently averages 3 and gets up to 6 and 7 sometimes. Couple 6s, couple 5s, couple 4s, and a 7. Yeah, you can stay on the list. And then Mackenzie, let's look at you. 44%. Nah, get the hell off my screen. I ain't got time for you. So I'm going to take I think I'm going to take three things in this game. We passed in the last game. We passed on Jersey, Florida. So we're going to take Calgary plus 1.5. We're going to take HG Hughes over 2.5 shots on goal because it looks good. And then we're going to take Rasmus here. Anderson with 2 S's over 2.5 blocks. That's just fun to take. So we'll take those three. We're not going to touch anything else. Let's move on to the next game. All right, last game, Columbus and Seattle, 5-7-2 versus 6-8-1. Let's look over at the numbers. You can't see them. I need to show you. Here you go. Pop it open. Looks like it's going to be Seattle 165 with a 6.5 total. Okay. Let's look at their schedules real quick. Columbus, what have you been up to, friends? Scroll down. You have lost 5 in a row. Did you know they lost 5 in a row? I didn't, but now we do. We know this. They are struggling. That's why we do these things. We want to see if there's a trend. Trends tend to hang around. So you had that. Now you're still on the road. So you had a day off though. That's nice. Anybody hurt? Sometimes that leads to injuries. Lindstrom and Bailey, but though that's all October. Okay. Kraken, let's look at your schedule. Let's see, 6-8-1. You lost 4 in a row. Then you got a win over Vegas in overtime. That could change it. Now you haven't played since Friday, so you had Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. We had 3 days off. That's great. Like a little vacation for them. Good stuff. You return to practice Monday, so you're probably going to play, I would assume, since you're back to practice. So goalies, let's see. 2 expecteds. Hit a refresh. Always got to check. Elvis and Joey, 2.8, 2.79. That's the same. 90, 91. You're slightly better, like slightly, not by much. Percentage points better. Numbers though, 17 and 20. That is, we have so many close matchups offensively today. Like literally, that is a 0.8 difference. That's not in points. That is nothing. It's 0.3 in goals. It's 0.5 in assists. So nothing there. Seattle as a team has a better goals against average. And then as a team, Columbus is better at keeping news on the ice. So I'm not seeing any slider total play here. There's nothing we're taking. Nothing at all. Not for me anyways. Props. Let's see. We got 100%. And that's it. Like there's only 100 and 180 and a whole bunch of 60s and 40s. That's terrible. Well, Zach, your shots on goal, 3.5 as plus. Why? What are we doing here? I mean, I'll look at Larson blocks because it is 100%. But damn, what are we doing? There's barely any last 10s. Oh my god, this game, this is terrible. Okay, shots on goal for the whole year. 50% of the time you hit this number, and it's +1. Can I get an alt line? 2.5. Can I get that alt line, please? DraftKings 190. That's in my wheelhouse. That's in my wheelhouse. I might rock with it. 8 last time. I think they're trying to bump it up, trying to get you to buy that 3.5 because he had 8. Watch him only end up with 3. I'll take it at 2.5. I'm okay with that, because that's under 200, which is my personal cutoff. You can go higher if you want, parlay it if you want, whatever. Ski over 2.5 shots on goal. I ain't trying to do 3.5. That's ridiculous. Let's see. And then we want to look at Larson on blocks. 67%, 5 in a row. You had a stretch of kind of concerning. You're also 190. I think I'm gonna leave you off. I'm not getting warm fuzzy feel. Like I like, even if they hit, they come close. That's what I like to see. I don't want to see big gaps of zeros. That annoys me. I can be okay if you hook occasionally. You get 2 when your goal is 2.5. Hey, that's okay. I'm all right with that. You're not going to hit 100%. So even 1, you're going to have a bad day. This 1 cancels out the 8. Let's be honest. So his average is probably closer to 4. So hey, we'll rock with that. We'll take his shots on goal. I don't like anything outside total. I don't like any other of these last 5 opponent ranks. Yeah, there's nothing good here. So we'll just take that. We'll leave everything else alone in this one. Pop back to the schedule. You see that is all 7 games talked about. Appreciate you watching. Drop a like and subscribe. Tomorrow we only have 5 games. It's gonna be a shorter slate, so fun though. Still fun. We'll still make a video. I appreciate you watching, and we will see you tomorrow for some Wednesday NHL. Peace.